Number one is, as I mentioned, the two or three big ones, calling balls out that are close to the line. As many of you know, this is when people talk about cheating, it's almost always relating to the line calls, bad line calls in tennis. So tennis is a really messed up sport because the rules of the game are anachronistic, are outdated in many ways. And the old rules of the game say that players can call their own lines, which I think is so detrimental to the game. Nowadays, where competition is cutthroat, players shouldn't be allowed to call their own lines, but they are allowed to call their own lines, and therefore, we have so much of this type of cheating. It's an important point. Ball close to the line. It's too tempting for most kids and adults, by the way. I mean, this show is about junior development, but I have a lot of adult fans and listeners too. There's a lot of cheating in adult tennis. There's a lot of cheating in adult league tennis. So if you're an adult watching, you can also benefit from preparing yourself. But the main focus of the show is for kids, kids and families around the kids. So, watch out for the line calls. Oftentimes, players will pull out bad line calls on big points, weighty points that have a lot of impact, like game point or a set point. So be on guard for that. And, I've written many articles, and maybe we'll produce another show where we talk about how to deal with all these dirty tricks and what steps you can take. I wrote a very good article, I think 1 or 2 years ago, that was, I believe it was also for New York Tennis Magazine, where I talked about how to handle cheating when you face it. And there are a number of steps that you can take, but suffice it to say, probably the number one dirty trick is bad line calls. And it's sort of almost a cliche or a joke in junior tennis. Oh, you're going to get hooked. You're going to get a bad line call. Why do we allow that? Why do we allow that to exist in our sport? There should be no way that you can play a match and get a bad line call. Personally, I think it should all be automated through technology, or we should have an umpire on every court, or some sort of safeguard against that. But there's the number one most common mode of cheating is simply putting up the finger and saying, "Oh, sorry, that was out."